One thing, I was in the theater with only 3 other dudes, and they were like college-age dudes. They're watching YouTube soccer videos, like, while the previews are happening, like, loud on their phone, at motherfucking movie tavern. You know, fine, they stopped when the movie came on. Yeah, your mother didn't raise you in a fucking barn, at least you got that together. But shut your fucking mouth when you eat! It's not even close, it's not even close. You're fucking trying, man. It's like, sorry, I scared my dog. That goes the world over. At least 3 scenarios in a day. Someone's like a fucking gazelle chomping on a gazelle. I don't know, whatever I'm going with this. Just, guys, it's just simple. If you're that guy, just take a moment to say, am I that guy? If you are, make a change. Make a change in the world today. Jay couldn't be here today. We're talking about dope. Not my drug habit. It's about a kid that lives in the ghetto who looks like Kid and Play. He's got the flat top, he's rocking the flat top, and it's him and his friends. They dress all 90s, they're obsessed with 90s culture. He's a big nerd, big geek, but he's also in the ghetto, and it's a coming of age story. Him finding his way, being a smart dude that lives in the ghetto. When I sound like Elvis all of a sudden, like in the ghetto. It's intertwined in this world of drugs and all this other stuff going on, and all he wants to do is get laid because he's a virgin, go to college, go to Harvard, and make a nice life for himself. But he gets caught up in the middle of a gang situation and a bunch of crazy stuff happens, and he has to use his brain, his smarts, and his buddies to get himself out of it. One of my favorite movies of the year. I'm willing to bet that it's going to be on my top 10 list. Son of a bitch! That sound that you were hearing was my air conditioner that I forgot to turn off, which is why the first part of this review sounds like shit. Such a good movie because it's really original. I'm going to contradict myself right now by saying something that's really original and then comparing it to movies that have happened before. You got like a Menace to Society type movie about gangs and all the crazy shit like that, mixed with weird science. These kids are awesome, they're obsessed with 90s culture, they're obsessed with MTV, Yo Raps, and all this shit like that. It's totally original because what would a nerd do growing up in that situation? It's a really cool idea, it puts him in some awesome situations. Someone gets shot playing a Game Boy, just crazy shit like that. He also plays in a punk band, and I think that their punk band's awesome. I would actually like buy that CD. I dig the shit out of the band. Did I say Kid and Play? I think I meant to say House Party. He's got the whole house party thing. Nerlens Noel, that's what I meant. I'm Iman Shumpert. The situations this kid gets put in are insane. They really just throw a bunch of crazy scenarios at you while you're sitting in the theater, and it's a badass good time. The direction is just as original as the movie itself, and you've got to appreciate that when they do it. The soundtrack in this movie is awesome. It's got that whole 90s rap soundtrack. The whole thing sounds like old school hip hop, and it just fits perfectly with the movie, obviously, because it's about kids who love old school hip hop. The acting's fine. Most of the actors in this movie, I think all the actors in this movie are pretty much unknowns, and they all did a great job. The movie's hilarious. Even some of the bad guys are hilarious in this movie. The only thing I'll say about it is that the first 2 acts of this movie are fun. You're gonna have a blast watching it. You feel like you're in his shoes, like what would you do in that situation? And this kid is awesome, and he's brave, and he's got a lot of spunk, and he's just a really cool character. As you get to the 3rd act, it just doesn't, like, they had this great thing going on, and it felt like they had to stop just making this fun movie where all this crazy shit happens and actually like wrap it up. And that was just okay, where the rest of the movie was great. The wrap-up was just alright, and they also kind of did this like PSA sort of deal, and I felt like it didn't need that. Not that I'm against the message or anything, but it's just that the movie did a great job saying that on its own, and it felt like they were just trying to hammer home their point and make it very clear what they were trying to say, and I didn't feel like the movie needed that, but that was no big deal, it was whatever. The 3rd act, like I said, it just kind of wrapped up, you know, average and okay, whereas the rest of the movie was great. This movie gets a 9 out of 10 for me. I love Dope. I love Dope. It's a great movie. You gotta get out and see it. You guys gotta go pump money into the theaters so they'll see this. I mean, movies like Spy are making good money. This movie should make a shitload of money. You want original ideas, you don't want remakes, and you don't want reboots, go see Dope and do some dope. I mean, don't do dope. Anyways, guys, question of the day. What is the movie you're most looking forward to coming out this summer right now? For me, it's Southpaw. I mean, I'm excited about Ant-Man and stuff like that, but I'm a boxing fan. I love boxing movies. I'm really pumped about Southpaw. Comment below, let me know. Our Game of Thrones review is coming up very shortly, as well as some awesome Arnold Schwarzenegger reviews, so stay tuned for those. Until next time, guys, like, comment, share on your Facebook, Twitter, and follow us on Instagram. There's a link in the comment below, and click the subscribe button and get some wham up in you.
We watched a movie.